Hi BookTube, welcome to my channel, but if you're new to this, then, no, that's stupid. Okay, take two. Hi BookTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome, but I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, as you see, and I'm just doing this just because I love to read, hence the name of my channel. So anyway, I don't normally show my face. You know that this is like my first time and I don't like doing it, but anyway, I have too many things that I want to do, so I figured just go ahead. Like, I'll put his description in the, I'll put his link in the description box. Peter likes books because he talked about things, and in essence it's like, yeah, I don't care. So what? Look at me. There's beauties, there's not. I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm gonna hurry up and do this real quick because I don't want to be on long, and as I get the hang of it, hopefully I'll do better. I bought a camera just in case I did want to keep doing this, and I haven't used the camera, so I'll do it. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm really tired. I worked last night, and then my mom just got this new job, and so hooray, that's what she wants to do. And so I was up this morning because she overslept a little bit, and I'm like, I don't hear her. So anyway, yeah, I live with my mom because she's getting older and I want to spend time with her. So we live together, that's what I should say. So we got a place together. Who knows, next year we'll probably be on our own, but for a while I'll be with her. I'm ranting. Anyway, so this video is going to be a book review, and then I'm going to tell you what my current reads are. And I was going to show what books I bought, but you know what, I'll do that later. So anyway, I'm going to get started. Again, thanks, and I'm sorry. So the book reviews I want to do first are 4 books, and I have one more. Sorry, I have one more that I'm currently reading, but I'm going to finish. So I'll put that there. So I'm going to do book review. I don't edit. On Joe Hill, Fireman. Stephen King, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. Glass Castle. Oh, that was so good. Violent Ends. That was pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to get started on The Fireman. Joe Hill. Okay, so if you don't know, Joe Hill is Stephen King's son, and they did write a couple books together, maybe 3, I don't know, but one of them that I have on my Kindle is, well, I have a sample of Throttle, but anyway, I also have on my Kindle In the Tall Grass. That's when I first read him with his father. Oh my gosh, that book is good. It is really good, and it kind of messed me up for a while, and then when I saw someone else got it, I'm like, oh, and then I shared it with my mom and bought it for her, and then it's like, that book is tripping. It's tripping. Someone else was reading it. Now here I am thinking, I'll just buy this for him, not for him. Buy this. Anyway, I bought it. Let me tell you. No, it's okay. See, what I think he's trying to do, and I won't do any spoilers, so I'm going to try to just do what I can, and I don't know if I have this on my blog. Anyway, if I do, I'll put the link down below, or I'll just put the link down and then I'll finish the blog, because I haven't even finished doing my reviews on the books, but I just want to talk about this now because things are getting really long, and I'm 4 minutes into this thing. Okay, so The Fireman. I think he's trying to write like the Firestarter, his dad's book. No. Things that he wrote in here doesn't make sense. Okay, so it starts out with this woman who's a nurse. She and her husband, it's kind of like a contemporary horror fiction novel, and she's a nurse, and they have this disease out called Dragon. I should have taken the time to read it. Draco-Insidia Trichophyton, which they call Dragon Scale. So anyway, and what it does is like spontaneous combustion. but it comes out in this, how you know you have it this pretty color, black and gold or something like that. Anyway, it's here it says they made a pact. No, her husband made the pact that if something was to happen, you know, they were going to, you know, if one of them got it, they were going to die together, do all these things, blah, blah, blah. She didn't make the pact. Well, of course, you know, they did their deed. She got pregnant, and I'm putting this book down. So she got pregnant, and then, anyway, he decides he wants to kill her, and she's like, no, and, you know, let the baby live, and he didn't want to. Anyway, he has this freak out moment. He leaves her, she's at home, blah, blah, blah. Here comes the fireman. This is where it messes up. Because the fireman is this English guy, and I can't tell you what happened. But anyway, this book had me thinking that he is going to, it's supposed to be, I'm thinking like Firestarter, because if you have all these powers, all these people with dragon scale, I'm not going into it, but if you have all these powers, why can't you, the girl in Firestarter, which I can't remember her name, the character's name, that child was it. I mean, she just boom, 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 you got in her way, boom, she blew him up. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Why? Oh, I wish I could tell you more. Anyway, maybe I'll read the book again. Maybe I won't. But if I do, maybe I'll understand a little bit more clearly. Plus, the writing is like, I was like, what? So, whoever the editor is, they missed some things. Chapter 12. And when you read, if you read this book, chapter 12, the first page, I'm just jumping things. I'm like, what? So, and I can't give spoilers. I don't want to, and I'm not good at, when I tell things, talk with people about books, I'll slip and say something. So, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm just so excited and passionate about these books. But anyway, and then page 518, is it 518? 519. Okay, at the end, I just marked something. Oh, Harper is the nurse's name. Okay, Harper said, but try not to be disappointed if he no wake tonight. Oh, because she's doing sign language, that's what it is. This will be long, slow, well timed. He'll be ready, Nick said. What about you? Anyway, pay attention to some of these. I had to keep going back and forth reading this book. Page 602, I read 3 times. And I'm like, what? And then page 61, page 601. Yeah, anyway, this book is almost 800 pages, 752 pages. Wasted my time, really. It's not what I thought. It's not. Leaving it. Glass Castle, oh my gosh, by Jeanette Walls. This was a beautiful read. If you read it before I haven't, you'll say beautiful. Well, because it took me through so many emotions, and oh my gosh, it made me want to reach through if I could and become violent with those who were violent. I can't speak too much about it, but there's things in this book. Okay, molestation, incest, alcoholism, mental illness, abuse, like child abuse. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, this woman went through a lot, but it's a memoir, and she said that she wrote it. I read that she wrote this book because she's a gossip columnist, I guess, for some magazine, which I forget. I'm so sorry. But some people started talking about her, saying, you know, you're a hypocrite when you went through whatever. So she wrote this. I'm glad she did. Took a lot of guts. She has a Twitter account, and I got Twitter just because of Stephen King, because he's on it. But now I think I'm going to get off of that. Because Stephen King, Mr. King, you haven't responded to my questions. I asked you like a couple questions. You're not responding. I know I'm not big time, but I've been a fan of your books since I was about 9, 10 years old. Yes, people, I was reading this book. That my first book was The Shining. Awesome. Anyway, I digressed again. But anyway, so I just sent her a thing saying how much I love her book on Twitter. And she didn't respond to me either. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, it's a good book. Really good book. It's supposed to be a movie. That's what my coworker says. It's supposed to be a movie, so I hope so. I love this book, so it's pretty deep. I can't tell a lot. I don't know. Oh gosh. The ridiculous. Stephen King, the girl who loved Tom Gordon. I'm sorry, but see, here's the thing. I picked this book up. I bought this years ago and read it. I didn't finish it. I'm like, nope. So this book sat on my bookshelf for a few years. And then I decide I'm going to go ahead and read this darn book. You know what? I'm doing the same thing that people do. Look at the cover. Now I understand why, because maybe they just can't believe it. So I read this book. I went ahead and finished it. And here's the funny thing. A few years later, I pick up this book. I still remember the story. What does that say? That I did like the book and maybe, or that it just kind of pissed me off so much that I remembered it. I don't know. The thing is, it's not, it's to me, I'm going to call it a contemporary, supposedly suspense novel. It's not a thriller. I mean, it's a little girl who got lost in the woods, and she and her brother and their mother, divorced mother, and they're talking, and the mother and brother get into a slight disagreement, argument, whatever, and the little girl walks off and to go use the bathroom, I think, and then she gets lost, and it goes from there. And her imagination takes over, and we're supposed to be on the ride with her, and then she starts seeing this Tom Gordon. Is Tom Gordon for real? I should have looked that up. I don't know if he's a real baseball player or not for the, is it Red Sox or the Boston Red Sox? And then, no. Anyway, this book was, I think I gave it 2.5 stars. And there's one part that makes you, there's something that goes on in this book, and the one part that finally is like, ooh, here it comes, the suspense. It's like, no. Oh, Mr. King, you just drive me. Anyway, 2.5 stars. I forgot. I gave this one 5 stars, 5 out of 5. Oh, the language for this book. I'm sorry. This book, I'm so sick and tired. Well, Anyway, I read. Let me start with this book. Every time I pick it up, see how I get. This book, language. Pretty strong language. So if you're like me and you're not into all that strong language, I took a star from that. For that, it's raunchy, the language. And then just the styling of the book and the storyline. I think I dropped the book down to, at one point I think I gave a 4, but I think I dropped it down to a 2.5 or 3. There you go. Alrighty. The last book, Violent Ends. Okay. 17 viewpoints, and actually it says 17 authors, but there's 16 stories because 17 authors, 2 of them are combined, and it's about a school shooting, and it's better to me than this is where it ends. Yeah. Peter likes books. I will put his link on my description box. He talked about that book, but I think I'm gonna give you. I'll give you another link. But anyway, and I have one more school shooting book that I'm going to do. I didn't give the. I don't know. I might do it. Actually, I did a. What do you call that? I did a review on my blog, so for that book. But anyway, this is where it ends. It's a beautiful book. Cover, all white, red letters. But just because I've been on too long. The long story short of this book is that it's the school shooting, and you tell different characters. But here's where it is. I still wanted to know what the student who did the shooting, I wanted to know what he thought. Oh, well, you know what? You're going to know anyway at the beginning because it's not a spoiler. He killed himself. But they should have written it where he left a letter, or maybe did a storyline where before the shooting he tells his part of why he's going to do the shooting, since you already said anyway that he's died in the first beginning of the book, so not a spoiler. So if you're going to do that, then maybe you should write down what, I want to hear his viewpoint. It's like, because that doggone This Is Where It Ends didn't do that. And there were some other things about that book, like, yes, I'm like, what is it? Because the characters I could understand, I'm like, really, you guys are too, like, you're kids and you're talking like this. It didn't make sense. I mean, there are intelligent teenagers, but not everybody was in it. And then the name of the city, Opportunity. I could understand that because where was the opportunity? Anyway, this book too, I liked it. It had me angry sometimes. And no, I'm going to tell spoilers. Anyway, I'll recommend the book. I just don't want to tell too much because there's some things I'll slip in, like I said. But anyway, I think I didn't rate this yet in my in Goodreads, but I'm going to give this, I'd say I'm going to give this a 4, I don't know, 3, 4 out of 5. It could have been better, but anyway, I recommend it though still. I mean, it was good. It's, yeah, sorry. Alright, so now I'm done. I'm 16 minutes 43 seconds into this video. Sorry. So the book I was going to read after I finished these was Jane Eyre, but Jane Eyre has to be pushed up. Look. It's nice. It's really pretty. So if I was to open it, it would look like. Okay, Jane Eyre will have to be pushed back because Peter likes books. I'll put the description. No, I'll do another description. A link to the description box because maybe you haven't read it either. I got this arc, Dark Matter, from BookCon when it was in the city, Chicago. But, and I haven't read it. I took my sweet time, and it says in August, but I took my sweet time. And did they autograph this book for me? No, I think they were just giving it out. Okay, anyway. He read it and did a review. I'm like, doggone it. So, I'm not going to read this book. I mean, I am going to read this book. Okay. This is what I'm doing right now. And I am how many pages into it? Because I've been switching off and on between that and Violent Ends. Page 152. This is so good. This is going to be a movie, so I have to read it. And the thing, what it is about a little girl. No, I can't. Well, you know what? Watch the trailer. So, yeah. So if you watch the trailer, if I can, I'll put the link of the trailer in my description. But anyway, it's about a little girl who, she has some special gifts. And anyway, it's a thriller with zombies. There you go. Anyway, I could have finished this book a long time ago, but I've been taking my time because it's so good. But how many pages do you got of this book? Wait, is this a special book? Hold up. It looks like there's some... oh, this one has a little extra story. So, okay. Oh yeah, there's extras. So without the extras, this book is it's 460 pages. All right, I have read all the Bill Hodges trilogy, the Bill Hodges stories, Stephen King's Mr. Mercedes and Finders Keepers. So I got to read this. I bought it when it first came out. I just haven't read it. I kept pushing it back because I wanted to read other books, but I've got to read this End of Watch. So that's my next read too. So that's 3 books so far now, and then Luminaries, I started reading this on my Kindle after I saw it, because I kept asking Mr. Steve Donahue, what the heck? I'm like, what is that on your bookshelf in the back? And he said, oh, the Luminaries, as if I knew what that was. I'm like, well, never heard of it. So I read some of it on my Kindle, and so I decided I need the book. So it's, and I bought it, and I liked it. So anyway, it's a chunker. I love big books. I love big books, and I get not much. By Eleanor Canton. How many pages? I think it's 800 something. I'm sure you people know about this book. It's not like 830 books. 830. So anyway, that's it. This is way longer than I wanted this video to be. 830 books. So, I mean, pages. So anyway, that's it. Luminary, that's my next read. So again, to recap, Luminaries, I'm going to start that. This one I am reading. The Girl with All the Gifts. Dark Matters, I'm getting ready to start because Peter likes books. I love his channel and I want to know what he thinks, but I don't want to know what he thinks. He doesn't get spoilers, but I don't want to know anything. I need to read this. And I've been wanting to. End of watch. Alright, so these are my books. Ta-da! My books. Now, if you want to know, because I'll do better. I said I'm not good at recording, putting my face on here. But if you want to know more about what I thought about these books, maybe, because I'm going to do my blog and on Goodreads too. And I'll put the links again for those if you care. I don't know. But anyway, I know I won't go into too much on there too, but I'll be clear about my thoughts. So anyway, that's what I did. My reading choices are all over the place. It's eclectic. I like pretty much everything. YA books, I didn't even know what that was. I'm like, YA books, until when I was working in a high school, and the assistant principal, anybody had this book club, the assistant principal was telling me about the Hunger Games, like, what is that? And then I'm like, why the heck is he reading kids' books? But that was good. So that's my first. But then when I thought about it, like Peter said, and then I'm like, yeah, that he said Ariel Bissett said, which I'm like, yeah, I thought about that a long time ago, but it still didn't like hit that Catcher in the Rye. Really, that's a YA book. So, you know, everything just kind of slow catching on, people doing things. But anyway, and then I'm now getting into reading junior high books. You guys call it middle age, but where I'm from, we say junior high. Except some people moved here and now they got other people saying, no. I'm ranting, I'm babbling, whatever. Anyway, I read like junior high books sometimes so that I can just like get away from all the other adult books I read, just have for fun. And so anyway, and I like historical. I like pretty much, no, not pretty much everything, because I don't do erotica and some other things I don't do. I don't like that. It's not my choice to read. Okay, by my people, I'm going. Thank you for dealing with me. Thank you for sticking through with this. If you like it, come back. If you like what I do, I don't know. Either people do or they don't, because I don't have a whole lot. But that's okay. I do this because maybe somebody read books that I like to read, and they can give me some tips on what they like, and I can, recommendations on what they like, and I can recommend books what I like. So thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. Be safe. Enjoy your books. Get out, enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out. Get out, enjoy the weather. I am going to finish doing my laundry, and then I'm going to take a nap because I have to go to work tomorrow. So thank you again. God bless. Have a blessed day, and peace out.